Hey metalheads, welcome to another battle of the bands at Academix. Who do we have this time?
This time we're going to have a Swedish classic heavy metal
Swedish
battle.
to Swedish.
Swedish to Swedish with Heavy Load versus Hammerfall, Run with the Devil.
Wow. Hammerfall, of course, is a favorite on the channel, a favorite of mine, also of yours, but Heavy Load is a mystery. Who are these?
Yeah, Heavy Load recently came across them, but according to Wikipedia, anyways, they have claim to the oldest Swedish heavy metal band.
So how old is old?
Their first album, double check here, was from '78 called Full Speed at High Level.
1978.
Yeah.
That is old
It's
indeed.
like Deep Purple territory. So the song we're going to hear is Run with the Devil. And it comes off their '84 album, Stronger Than Evil. And what's cool about it is Hammerfall included this cover of this on their a couple of their special CDs for Renegade as a bonus track from 2000, and then later as part of their Masterpieces album, which is filled with covers. So definitely paying homage to
forefathers.
The forefathers in the Swedish scene. So let's check out the original first.
Yes.
The Heavy Load version.
80 whatever. It's 83, 84. It's a long time ago.
Which is just a cool name, Heavy Load.
Yeah. I expect this kind of heavy sound with a lot of drums.
Yes, it will not disappoint.
I loved it. I loved it. It's fun, it's speedy, it's heavy.
Heavy. Definitely heavy.
And it's that 80s production where you can always hear the bass. So, you know.
In the drums.
It's the rhythm section, like the name would say heavy load. Exactly. It was like, you can hear the, you know, very clear.
It seems like definitely the vocals take a little bit of a backseat. They're kind of.
Yeah, they're like, you know, the background vocals and the fore vocals, they don't have such a perfect mix up. So I think there's room for Hammerfall to do something a little bit different also because the technology of, you know, has evolved in production and everything. But yeah, I'm curious now because the root, the stem is really strong, but what can be laid on top of this?
Definitely. I think key thing to watch out for is guitars.
And I'm curious because Joachim can really sing, and at that age, I mean, in 2000, he was very good as a singer. At least this is how I want to say. So it can actually be a true competitor. Even though I really like this one, I also like this kind of stops, like taking a breath of air, like, okay, now we run again.
It goes straight into the heavy riff.
It's very fun.
And you have to comment on the album art.
Yeah.
So cool.
What is this Neanderthal?
Yeah, I think the other albums I've seen is like, this Yeti dude appears somehow, you know, messing stuff up on the
Monty Python style. It's cool. I like it. Heavy Load, definitely a name to remember. But let's see if Hammerfall comes and takes it.
Check it out. Run with the Devil, Hammerfall.
He
Oh, wow. That was a worthy cover, to say the least.
It's tough. It's a tough.
Hey, it used to be me who says that. So, do you have a choice?
Yeah, I have. You go first.
I go first. I go for Hammerfall, actually. I think they've done a great job at retaining the rawness and the heaviness. You could still hear the heavy drums and the heavy bass, even though it's not necessarily a Hammerfall trademark. So they did really pay homage, as you say, to Heavy Load. But the voice is fantastic. I think Joachim does a great job. And the guitars are so sweet, so smooth. I mean, it is also more in the spirit of the times for 80s heavy metal to be a little bit screechier, right? Like that's the type of pedal they would use and so on. But my ear maybe is not attuned to that style as much. And I think the guitars in the Hammerfall version are just so good. And they don't lose any of the heaviness, but they add this smoothness. So that's why I give my vote to Hammerfall. How about you?
Yeah, I'm going to go Hammerfall as well. And reason is I love the 80s sound that Heavy Load is like. Yeah, I mean they're bringing it, right?
Yeah.
But what I like about Hammerfall, and it really reminds me a lot of the battle. It was Dio and Iced Earth.
The Trooper.
No, what was the name of the song?
I don't know. Dio and Iced Earth?
It's slipping. From Heaven and Hell. It's Die Young. That is it, exactly.
I was like,
it reminds me so much of that because in that version as well, they add these guitars where they weren't before.
Yeah.
And a couple people commented on that video, like, it's too busy for me. Like, there's just too much going on. But I really like that element of bringing you can barely hear them. That they come in where they weren't in the Heavy Load song. And then, the Droniak solo is awesome. This it's kind of building up. So I really I like it, and I think, as you said as well, it's like it's a cover, but it's just different enough that they're two different songs that are both really good, I think.
I realized that when you put it on, I think I have heard the Hammerfall version, but never had I considered that this is someone else's composition. So 2 Hammerfall votes. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. And if you have any background on Heavy Load, it's an unknown band to us, so we would love to know more. Maybe some stories about what these guys were up to afterwards, this production house, whatever.
We have some Swedes watching. Did you catch them live back in the day?
Back in the day. That would be fun. But in the meantime,
may your swords stay sharp.
And your quest end in glory.